now. Are we live? Test, 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 test. Alright, we are live, so welcome everyone to Canada for Tier 1. Canada. I am your host, RB Patharok52, and I'll be your only man on the comms today as we take a little ride here in Quebec through the very critical track. Let's get a prediction going before the qualies start. We'll set it for that. Start that. Prediction going now. Alright, so we are here in good old Canada. Let's get some track maps. That lap day full track map. Telemetry, and let's get some detail of the tires. So now we have the question of who is gonna go out first. But all we do, we're gonna look at standings. In our full-time drivers, we got Elaine leading by 52 points over Alpha Kevin, who is now, oh, what is he now? I saw it. BGR Kevin, that is his team, AlphaTauri 1-2 right now, and leading the constructors. But also, really, in second place is a reserve of BRL Perandi, who I don't think is here today. I don't see Perandi. So, overall, we will have Elaine now get more of a gap if he can finish it. We have some drivers going on track now. So let's see who they are. I think that's Gibbs. Gibbs is leading us out there, so we'll go on board with Gibbs as we get to see the first few of the tracks today. And I got the report that rain will be at the end of the race. So it's gonna get interesting. Camera angles are still at a premium in this game. But not to fear, we have a new game coming in just over a month. So we'll have all those things fixed. And it's done by EA, so you have to pay for pit stops now. Just kidding. But we'll stay on board with Gibbs, as most of the field is now out of the pits. So let us watch and have a good show here in Canada as Gibbs now is going to start his lap. And here we go. Some cautions there at the hairpin. People slowing down, giving each other space, which is always nice. Gibbs with some great entrance and exits into his corners. How did he do through? We missed the sector one time. Very quick on that DRS entry. Into the chicane he comes. Uses all the curves that he can without invalidating. And into the hairpin as he runs a 40.23 in sector 2 as there's a spin. I believe that's a Mercedes of FRI Pump. Did not retire, so Pump will be able to put a lap time in. But here we go, coming down to the final chicane as the Red Bull has stopped on the side, let him by. Does he invalidate? No, he does not even go to the Wall of Champions. Coming to the line now, what is the time gonna be? It's gonna be a 107.945 to lead us off. That's a nice time to begin with. And moving on, we do have Burraps, I believe. No, that's not Burraps, that's Redonix. Redonix goes at 110.8 on those medium compounds. And here comes Mary coming to the line. with P2 for the moment, 109.042. Who's that now coming to the line? That was invalidation or new lap. And Furcho goes P2 with a 107.945. And Danny Rick goes provisional pole for 107.857 now. Some more drivers going around. Let's go Kevin. Kevin invalidated. But here comes Krispy coming to the line. Krispy goes provisional pole of 107.764. Very nice lap time. Will we see 106s? Potentially. I don't know if we will, though. As this track service gets heated up by the more people who go on. That's TRT Sanchez with P5 of 108.307. There's Burraps, who definitely abandoned his lap there for 119. Is that Gibbs? No, it's not Gibbs. Who is that? That was Luciano P7, followed by Redonix in P6. Luciano did a 109.227, while Redonix did a 108.344, both on the mediums. Is that an Alpha Tauri? Elaine invalidated, but let's see what Kevin did. Kevin also invalidated, so no new times coming in. Let's look at the Williams of Sither, who is on a lap but has given up. And coming in the pit lane, I do believe, yes. Elaine gonna start a lap, I presume, but with a broken front wing, yeah, Elaine's not gonna do it. So, let's see who we have. Is that Mitch? No. We have a Red Bull of Luciano, I think. Double stacking here. There's a McLaren now. That was Zenev. Starting lap, but we'll go on board with Zenev for this lap. Let's watch Zenev and we'll keep an eye on these timing boards. See what Zenev does through Sector 1. It's going to be a faster Sector 1 at 19.210. What will Zenev do here through Sector 2? Coming to the chicane here, which this track is full of. Does it very nicely, uses the curbs. And through Sector 2, now what will it be? Fast Sector 2 of 40.804. What can we get here from Zenev for his first time lap? As we're coming down the long back straight here. Will he get the slipstream from someone? He may get it here from the Renault just for a fraction of a second. Through the last chicane we come, past World Champions, late on the DRS, and coming to the line, it's gonna be P7, 108.8. Not the greatest lap. So let's see who else we have. There's a Mercedes. That's FRA Pump coming to the line and validated. Now we have, I think it's Mitch. Mitch is coming to the line. Down on start finish straight he comes, and that'll be P4 107.972 for the fastest Sector 3 of the day. Now we have Williams. Is that that's not Sither, that's not Williams at all. Interesting. No, it's Sither. Burraps on an outlap. Let's see, Pump invalidated. Brown invalidated. We'll go on board with BGR Kevin, who formerly known as Alpha Kevin, to see what he can do on this lap. Oh, we got JRT Star Fallen cheering on Sither for this race. Keeping on Sither. Sither is on a time lap now, but what's Kevin do? Kevin goes P8 with a 108.6. We'll move to Sither now. Sither invalidated. Never mind, we were going away from Sither. Who we have coming towards the line? Danny Rick is on outlap. We'll watch Danny Rick for this time. Rex Gibbs is on pole. I missed that somewhere. Huh. Well, if XBR Gibbs is on pole, we'll watch Danny Rick now. I completely missed how Gibbs just got on provisional pole. But we'll keep an eye on Danny Rick as Danny Rick goes the fastest sector 1. Danny Rick pushing with everything he has to get a good lap in here. Fastest sector 2 of a 40.015. Can he do a good sector 3 to get himself up there? Right now sitting at P4, great position to start in. But the front is the best spot where you want to be. Here he comes, final chicane into wall champions. And invalidates it. We're going to move on to Krispy as Redonix is in P3. We'll watch Krispy here. What does he do through sector 1? He adds just a little bit. He can recover from this easily. It was only 600ths of a second. He could easily gain that. He does go a little bit wide there on that exit of the first chicane. No, second chicane, I apologize. Here we come, and he invalidates. Redonix, who's been improving. Through the final chicane, invalidates it. Just cut the whole thing right there. Whoop. He slowed it down. So let's see. No. TRT Sanchez. Running here through sector 2. Well, we'll see what he gets here through sector 2. It doesn't look like it's gonna be the fastest, but we'll see. It's gonna be the fastest sector 2 just for a split second and popped there. Over a 10th and a half ahead of his previous time, which with that right now would put him up a position, maybe 2. Through the final chicane we come. Avoid's hitting the wall. Avoid's cutting the corner too. What will we get across the line? It will be P6 of 108.009. Looks like we have a Ferrari now coming through. Is that Redonix? No, it's Burrap's on an outlap. We have an Alpha Tauri. Where's Kevin? That's on outlap. A Renault. No, there's a Ferrari now. That's Redonix. We'll move to Redonix. Invalidated, but still going. Let's go to the bottom. We'll follow Brown, invalidated. We'll follow Pump, who is not invalidated on the back stretch. What will Pump do for a legal lap time? It will be P7 with the 108.132. Let's move to someone who doesn't have a time yet. Sither, who's in the pits. Brown, invalidated again. Brown likes to invalidate here, apparently. Let's go on board with Kevin. As we're coming down the back straight into the final chicane, he comes. He cuts the corner and invalidates his lap, which would have been a good lap. Let's move over to Luciano here in sector 1. Going through the chicane here. Ooh. Oh, it slides and there's a spin and he crashes into the wall. Gets wing damage, resets the track. Lucky to not lose a whole tire there. As Luciano's lap is done, as he locks it up there. Going to Fercho, who's right behind him. Behind a Ferrari as well. That's the Ferrari Burraps. Will move to Burraps. So then move back to Fercho. Burraps here running down the back straight as fast as he can. Heavy braking, so he got a massive tow there from Luciano. And what will we get from him? Burraps? P5. But we gotta move quickly to Fercho. Fercho actually went to the pit lane. Let's look here for laps. Elaine, who is not invalidated, coming to the final chicane now. This is surely his last chance to get a lap in. He gets the DRS, he keeps it clean. Coming to the line, what will he do? P11. Not what he wanted to see from Elaine, who is the championship leader. Here comes CSR Maitland. Coming to the final chicane. Does he cut it? No. Does he keep it clean? Yes, he does. He keeps it clean. Coming to the line. What will it be? It'll be P8 with the 108 dead. Let's look at PSR Burraps, who's on N. TCC Redonix, who's on a lap now. Do we have anyone else? Not right now. Fern's coming out on mediums. Interesting. With it being the last 2 minutes of qualifying. Maybe Fern thinks he can get himself in the top 10 for a strategy option. Alright, Redonix now gonna push himself here. He invalidated. So he's warming his tires now for one final run. Let's watch Fern. Fern invalidated. Fern's gonna go try that one more time. Alright, Brown. What can Brown do on his final attempt? As a racing point, I think that was Luis, has just come out behind him, trying to get his final chance in, which he had plenty of time to make it around. Elaine is probably not gonna make it around, so that might be all from Elaine. He has a chance. I don't know if it's gonna happen though. There's a spin in Sector 1. It's a Renault. Maitland has retired from the session in the pit lane. What will Brown do? Coming down the back straight. As we're coming to the final chicane, will he invalidate? Will he hit the wall, champions? He keeps it clean. Quick on the DRS as well. And coming to the line, what will it be? P4 with a 107.839. Better late than never for Brown. As Sither now coming to the line with under 30 seconds to go. He invalidates. Sither will not get a time in. What would it have been? 108.3. Not good. He's going to be P19 though. Fern doesn't get a lap in either. Pump. Does he get the lap going? No, he's just a fraction too late. And he's going to be P11. Let's go to FRA. Krispy invalidated. About Gibbs and Redonix. Redonix is done on provisional pole. But Gibbs, fastest Sector 1. We have people retiring out now of the session. What will Redonix, not Redonix, Gibbs do? As people are getting out of his way, he has to drop just over a tenth to do it. Will he do it? No, he adds nearly a second. As Gibbs will be second to start, and that will do it. Here from qualifying, it'll be Redonix, Gibbs, and then FRA Krispy. So there we go, good qualifying session. As we are gonna run a quick ad break so people don't have any problems coming in if they join late. Alright, so we are back. I started a new prediction for the race, and will Radionics win the race from pole position. So here we go. It's sunny out, but we know rain is on the way from my source. And we'll have our starting grid. I don't think there were any grid penalties handed out. I didn't look. But nonetheless, we're about to get going here with the formation lap. And we will get this race underway for the 35 laps, I do believe. 35 laps are on tap for us today. As some drivers are starting to ready up now, we will be able to start the formation lap. We'll look at the grid once we get going. And, oh, do we not have a formation lap? We don't have a formation lap. We're going. We are going here. As people are jumping all over the grid, do we have any issues? We do. Mitch falls all the way back. Not a good start from Mitch, as Radionics has had an amazing start, pulling nearly a whole second on Gibbs, Krispy, Burraps, Danny, Rick, and all the others, as we have possibly some drama as Joe falls back a few positions in the Alfa Romeo. Pump moving up as Maitland seems to have some issues. Maitland's going to be passed by a lane now, as he's going to go around the outside on a lane, and there's some contact. There's still contact. Trading pain along the way. So we have some drivers falling back. We got some big action here towards the back of the pack. Not much moves besides just a little drama on the exit as Radionics goes fastest. Oh, Joe speeds in the pit lane for a 5-second time penalty. Joe has left us. Field's starting to spread out just a little bit now. But towards the back of the pack, everyone's keeping it close. So there's a particular soft strategy by AWS, soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, hard, but we know rain's on the way, so that won't stay true. And Mary's on the hards. Mary's gonna hold on to those for a long time. So Danny Rick, we're gonna go on board with him as he tries to make a move on PSR Burr Wraps for P4. Not yet, as now we are gonna have DRS enabled as Gibbs goes the fastest with 111.114. DRS has been enabled, as we'll see it in Sector 2 as Joe falls back to last place. But Danny Rick pushing to find it, but Sanchez is even closer to Kevin. Can Sanchez possibly move himself up into P7? We're going to go on board with him as he has fallen back big time. Has a massive gap behind him to pump. And it's not going to happen here, but we're going to stay on board with him as we're going to go down the back straight as he will have DRS. Is he going to send it here during the hairpin? That would be a massive send. He closes up big time though. Doesn't lock it up. Does he get a good run out of the exit? It's pretty good as Kevin is getting a little bit of the dirty air from Brown, but Kevin does have DRS, so that doesn't really help out Sanchez at the time being. Into the final chicane we go. Sanchez gets a pretty good run on Kevin. Is he going to make a send here into turn 1? No. Zinav just overtook Maitland up into P14. As we're still on board with Sanchez versus Kevin right now for P7. Kevin is now out of DRS range on Brown, so Sanchez is now in a great position being right on his gearbox. DRS was activated, couldn't hear it there. As Gibbs gets a 3-second time delay parental warning. That's not good for Gibbs being in second place. Now nearly 2 seconds behind Radionics. Sanchez hoping for a good exit and is not gonna get it. Kevin gets a great exit out of that hairpin. Man, Ruiz going at it. As Kevin without DRS is falling to Sanchez. Will we have a send here? No, but we may get one coming up. Through the chicane we go, into DRS once again. Sanchez looking for the move. Is he going to go for a Maitland? Speeds in the pits for a 5-second time penalty. And Sanchez is going to hold off on the move. Sanchez still want to make that move. Moving to P7 would be great for him, but he knows that Kevin will be able to get right back just by not having DRS. Sanchez will go back on board with him as Kevin did go a little deep there and picked up some grass. So that's going to slow him down just a little bit as he's catching up to Brown. I don't know if he was close enough for DRS. As Lucian moves into P9, he was close enough for DRS. So this is not going to help Sanchez at all. But we're going to move to Gibbs and Krispy. Krispy's in the pits. Krispy is sped in the pit lane. Let's watch Krispy real quick. Is that a wing change? No, that is a pit stop. Krispy bringing it in early for the pit stop as we're going to go back to Sanchez versus Kevin right now for P6. And Sanchez gets a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to help him, but Kevin also has a time penalty himself. As Mary is out of the race. Just retired on track, and will we have a safety car VSC for that? Pull off at the side, off on the runoff area of turn 1. Go on board with Joe if we could see it. There's nothing happening there as we have green flags. Oh, Elaine passes Luciano now, getting P8. While Brown is in the pits, Daniel moves into P4. And we're going to go on board with Sanchez once again. Sanchez wanting to make that move desperately. He's killing these soft tires. Got some moves going around. Krispy moves up into P14 now after that early pit stop. The undercut worked for him there against Brown. As Brown now is a solid 3.7 seconds behind Krispy. As Maitland gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Sanchez wanted to make that move, but Danny Rick is also there. So that's going to give Kevin DRS. But Danny Rick is not going to have it. There's a spin! There goes Sanchez spinning around. Sanchez has lost his front wing. He's got to come in for the pits. Sidler gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Burraps and who else is that in the pits? It's Danny Rick, now Sanchez. So now moving back up the grid, we're watching Luciano versus Elaine for P4. Now the question is for Mitch, Kevin, Gibbs, and our leader who started on pole, Radionics. When is that pit stop coming? As Krispy gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. This is a track where we may see a lot of warnings coming around. As Elaine is going to try to fend off Luciano, Fern. Elaine does, I did believe, have DRS. As Kevin now is in the pits, so is Gibbs. So now Elaine running second, while Radionics just lapped Joe. We got a nice battle for second place now that extends for quite a ways down to about P6 with everyone having DRS. Some yellow flags, and that's Pump. He's out of the race. Pump spun completely and retired. Well, we have a full safety car. This is gonna bunch up the field. Let's go on board with Mitch to see if we could see the car on the side track. It's going to be gone. But this is going to bunch up the grid as Radionics comes in the pits. This is a great time for that pit stop. We're going on to the hard compound tires, so committing to that one stop for now until the rain comes. How far will Radionics fall? To be third. 4th as Krispy moves back up to P3. Will be any more than that? It's looking like it's just be down to P4. Great time pit stop from Radionics. And overtook Krispy there for a second, but gives the position right back. So we have a giant traffic jam here through the first few corners as people are overtaking and giving positions back due to that pit exit. So we'll look at our grid now. We got Furcho, Louise, Krispy, Radiant, Brown, Burraps, Elaine, Luciano, Kevin, Zinaz, Sither, Gibbs, Danny Rick, Fern, Sanchez, Maitland, Mitch, and Joe. We'll also now pull up penalties. So Krispy has 8 seconds. Kevin with 3. Sither with 3. Gibbs with 6. Sanchez with 3. Maitland with 3. And Joe with 5. If I had to guess, we're going green on lap 12. Look at positions gained right now. Who's done the best right now? It's Louise, gaining 14 and moving into second place. And overall, Gibbs gets a 5-second for speed in the pits as Gibbs has retired from the race. We are now down to 17 cars. And so far, a person who's not done the greatest is going to be Danny Rick after falling down 9 positions and looking to fall down more with that pit stop. Never mind. Didn't look at the field where they were. Stops. Everyone has stopped besides Mitch, Furcho, and Louise. So Furcho and Louise will be able to run a little while as Mitch should have to come in soon. Very soon. Will we get the call that we're going green? We'll actually just go on board with Furcho to see if we can get that green flag. Not green flag, to see if those lights go away on that safety car. Looking like it will be under safety car another lap. Well, alright. Yep, we're going one more time. Will we see Mitch come in this lap? No, Mitch stays out again. Now it'll be 11 lap old softs. We will probably be going green this lap. We will be going green this lap. So here we go. Furcho gonna lead us away here. As Furcho has a good lead, had a little controller glitch. Apologies for that. So missed anything that happened to start. Sither doing well, and everyone seems to be fine. Two alphas in the back, ghosted and fighting for P16. As Krispy trying to fight his way up to P12, where not P12, P2 where Louise is, apologies. Maitland gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings as we're still watching Krispy versus Louise as Krispy comes very close to Louise there. As Sither goes into P10 passing Zinav. Sither and Zinav are going out. We're actually gonna move on board with Louise, who is catching up to Furcho. Both drivers have not pit yet. We're still waiting on Mitch to come in, as Mitch is in the pits now. So now we're just down to 2 drivers who have not pit in this race. As Krispy is fighting to get up to 2nd place. We'll move over to Krispy now. We get DRS next lap, so now if Krispy can hold this gap, he'll be able to overtake a little bit easier with that DRS, unless he can do it here just under racing speed. Go fully on board. He's right there with Louise. And now maybe he's using that overtake. Oh, there's a spin. That's Sither. Sither, what just happened? Why is he cutting that whole corner? Sither now down in the P15. I would assume pit stop as DRS has just been enabled. Will he come in? No, he's staying out. I don't know what happened there. We'll go back up towards Krispy. Lucian gets a 3-second time penalty there for some multiple warnings. We're moving over to Brown, who's on Radionics, who was our pole sitter and was our leader for the majority of the race so far. But when that safety car came out, he dove right in and fell to 4th place. Has been there ever since. Brown trying, but Burraps was also trying on Brown as Zinav goes to P10. Kevin's trying as well. We got a long train here at Canada on lap 16 to 35. Krispy gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. How many penalties does he have now? He has 11 seconds, Jesus. As Sanchez gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. 17 cars left in this race on lap 16 to 35 as Burraps gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Krispy coming right up there to Louise. We're going to go on board with Krispy once again. Mainland overtakes Luciano there for P13 as Krispy looking for the move. Is he going to send it here? Down the inside! He got me all excited for nothing. Oh! And there's Luis out of the race. That's going to be a full safety car right there. That's got to be a full safety car. Crashing out on the exit of the chicane. Oh, wait. VSC? What is this? Not again with this VSC when it's in the middle. Oh, come on. That would have been a full safety car. Probably about a red flag. But anywho, that gives breathing room to Krispy now in second. He doesn't even need to make a move. We're waiting for green flag. So we are under race speed once again. Sanchez does pass Zinav as we're going to move to Radionics, who's now back on the podium places as Brown gets a 3-second time penalty, trying to gun down Krispy. Go on board with Radionics. Still on board Radionics, who's falling back, but we're going to now move to Burraps, who's on Brown, chasing him now with DRS wide open, with Kevin chasing him from behind. Kevin getting a little bit loose there with his teammate chasing him down, but here comes Kevin. Will we see a move here? Around the outside we go! Kevin trying to make a move. Is he going to make it stick? No. We're going to go side by side now. Now he's going to file back for some DRS. Is he sending here into the chicane? No. Maybe a bit of contact there. Kevin, though, fighting for his life for P5. Luciano gets a 3-second time penalty. We're going to move up to Burraps now. Fighting to get past Brown to P4. Before the safety car, we had a Ferrari 1-3. Now we have a Ferrari 3-5. As Radionics passed Krispy, there was a send around the outside. Does he let it stick? Yes, he sticks it! Radionics now in P2. He does have DRS on Furcho as Danerick moves into P12, passing Luciano. Krispy chasing down Radionics from behind in P3 as Radionics is trying, with no penalties by the way, is trying to catch up to Furcho, maybe pass him. Furcho still has not come into the pit yet. Sid there goes the fastest lap of a 1:10.340. Furcho and Radionics. Radionics and Furcho battling for the lead of this race. Radionics a little later on the brakes, trying to close that gap as much as he can. Ends up losing a bit of time to Furcho. Furcho's starting to pull away here just a little bit. But Furcho may be coming in. Let's see, does Furcho come in or is he braking? He brakes. Furcho goes in our lap, at least. As we're coming up to 2 back markers in Mitch and Joe. Krispy gets another 3-second time penalty as Luciano passes Danny Rick. We know rain's coming at the end. The question is how long till we get that rain? If I had to guess, the last 5 penalty. Here comes Radionics trying to get a move on Furcho. It's not going to happen yet. As I believe Furcho may get DRS. We'll go on board with Furcho. Look from behind to Radionics. No DRS for Furcho. Radionics is going to start closing that gap just a little bit each time. That clock ticks. It's going down. Warming the tires there just a little bit. Through the chicane we go. And DRS once again as there's been a little bit of an issue. Krispy has pitted. What is Krispy doing here in the pit lane? News. Oh, he's serving that 5-second time penalty again. New set of medium compound tires. We're going to stay on board here for Raynox as I just need a few more. Oh, I'm going to hang around here just for a moment. As Raynox going down the inside, he takes the lead of the race. Raynox now in the lead and is able to pull that gap because those cars will go all the way till the rain. We'll watch Burraps. But I do need to do something real quick. It's a Ferrari 1-3. Burraps is in P12 now as we'll move back up. We're going to watch Elaine against Brown. Elaine could have sent it down the inside there, but hangs on as that's actually going to be a great thing for Fern. Fern maybe thinking of a move here into the hairpin. He's going to go down the inside and there's contact and he spins. Elaine, our championship leader, has been spun. Kevin now in second place, passing Furcho. Furcho's tires are done now. Krispy there in P13. Elaine now in the pits as Elaine gets a speed in the pit lane time penalty of 5 seconds. Let's see as Burroughs now moves to P11. We don't have rain yet, but it's getting dark here in Canada. As we're right on board with Sanchez against Brown for P4. Sanchez getting a good run on Brown as they come into the hairpin. Will we get a move here into the hairpin? No. Sanchez versus Brown for P4. Will we get a move from Sanchez himself? Not yet, as they're still fighting. Somehow, Virtuo's done every lap of this race on those tires. As here we go, Sanchez down the inside, and he overtakes Brown and is now going to fight with Virtuo, but Brown's going to try to fight it back. Brown can't fight it back. Krispy gets another 3-second time penalty. And Virtuo and Sanchez now the battle is Maitland gets a 3-second time penalty. Krispy did just steal the fastest lap. Time I did not get to see because more penalties came in. Virtuo against Sanchez. Virtuo moves to the inside line to defend or to lose out, actually. He's just let him go. As we have Fern against Brown. Fern thought about sending it there. Brown goes a little bit deep. Gives Fern the greatest opportunity he can get. But he's got the filter in and he's going to get DRS right here. What will Fern do with this DRS? Still going to hang back. He's closed that gap even more. Brown with a penalty. Fern maybe think of a move here. Will Brown be sent on in the second time in the first quarter? No, but there's a bit of contact as Fern loses out. Here comes Maitland down the inside as Maitland moves into P6. Fern still battling side by side in the first chicane we go. And Fern goes completely off the track after being bumped by Maitland and is still there in P7. Burr has passed Danny Rick. Moving to P10. Is the rain here yet? Not yet. As Brown on Virtuo. Battling there for P4. Still a question remains. When will the rain come? We can't really, it's hard to tell on that Haas car. We look at the Virtuo and we still see no rain. Virtuo weaving around. I think he just signaled he's going to the pits. He did just signal he was going to the pits. Oh, and Brown and Maitland touch. The Haas teammates come together. Is Maitland going to try to make a move around the outside? He's going to think about it. As rain is coming here. Rain is here. Krispy's out of the race. Krispy is out of the race after speeding into the pits. No. We've lost a great one as the lane goes a 1:10.235 as the rain is starting to fall here. We can see it now as Fern moves into P5. Some yellow flags. That's Krispy. We'll watch Fern here for just a quick second. As rain is falling here, will anyone be diving into the pit lane? As we are welcoming FRA Krispy into the commentary booth to join us for the last 7 laps.
Hello, Pat.
That did not look pretty.
It was looking so good, man, but I just ruined it as usual.
Fern just sent it around the outside on Brown, moving into P4 now.
Love to see that. Oh, Brown.
Oh, Brown!
Brown almost lost it
losing
there.
it there. Some very exciting racing now as the rain is starting to fall here at Canada. Question is, will anyone dive into the pits for some inters?
Yeah, there's enough laps left. It might get wet enough. Oh, Brown almost loses it again, and now Zinav's going to get him.
Oh, there goes Luciano!
Oh, no. He was doing so well, too.
He was having a great race, and that is a full safety car.
Oh, wow.
I said there just faces right through Luciano.
Oh, I think Maitland had another crash.
Maitland crashed.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Joe. No, we're not going to save
his
from
car
Joe's
disappeared.
POV. Alright, question is, poll right now says Radionics to win the race. So far, people who voted said no, and he's still winning. Does he dive in for inters?
It looks like
He
he
is
does.
going in!
Yeah. Which means everybody else should be too.
Oh, everyone's coming in. We have a whole train.
Yeah, Radionics did it smart with the strategy. He went on the hards on the first safety car, and he didn't have to stop again until the rain came out. So
It was a great strategy. I mentioned it earlier. I saw Hars. I'm like, all right, he's going all the way to the rain.
yep. Let's see, yeah, everyone's going on inters now.
Everyone's going to be jumbled there with the double stacks, though.
Yeah, but you'll still get back in line. You might lose a couple places, honestly, but with the safety car, it's not that bad.
But look at this podium potentially. Radionics, Kevin, and Fern.
It'd be cool for Radionics on his debut to take the win. We know he's very fast, but I would have been in net P1 if I didn't have all those penalties, but
we looked at 11 seconds, I said,
whatever.
Jesus.
It's alright, I'm not mad about it, I'm not more disappointed in myself, you know?
A small problem with some of our drivers. Joe and Mitch are now they're still ghosted, but they can't pass them, and I believe they filtered in between Elaine. Well, no, Joe's between Elaine and Danny Rick, while Mitch is in last. But they're still in the
unfortunate.
When will they come in?
Well, they're ghosted cars. They're not here anymore, so
I don't think they're ever gonna come in with them being ghosted.
They're out of the race. Luckily, DRS is disabled, so they won't randomly be giving people a DRS.
I didn't see that message. I was like, are we still gonna have DRS?
Yeah. I haven't seen it either, actually. I haven't really looked, though.
I would... Obviously, he's disabled right now with the safety car, but... I didn't see if
you don't ever just want to
disabled.
open the DRS in your safety car? Go for a move?
Well, actually, no. DRS failure. Apologies, if a DRS failure, it's still wide open.
Oops.
Oh, yeah. But as we're looking at the retired cars, a terrible day for the Renault team. 20th and 18th retired out early.
Yeah. Oh, Fern and Zinav are both up 17 and 13 spots. Having a great race.
I would say right now my driver of the day is Fern with still no penalties. Kevin still has a penalty.
Yeah. Radionics no penalty either, so he's safe right now.
Yeah. Penalties right now, it's a bunch of 3s and 6 seconds. Kevin, Sanchez, Brown, Burraps, Furcho, Sither, Luciano, and Elaine.
Luckily, you can't see my penalties anymore. That's good.
We can see it after the race.
That's alright.
Also, can we talk about moving me up some positions since some cars were retired in front of me?
Oh, yeah.
It gives me 11th. If you move me up 2 positions of retired cars, I get 11.
P11 is an astonishing result.
For me.
Yeah. Not back to come back to, you know?
Yeah. But our championship leader, who was spun earlier on in this race at the hairpin, now sitting P11. He was. I caught it on stream.
Damn, I didn't know that. I know Alain had a... He wasn't really anywhere in qualifying. I don't know where he started, but... He's the race pace guy.
Overtaking. Luciano made a mistake. He just lost 2 positions, but he's getting them back now. I don't know what caused it.
He's allowed to do that. And if the game let him...
Oh, he's going to the pits!
Oh. That is a shame.
Oh, there you have it. He might have broken his front wing there. I can't really tell. They're bringing a new front wing. There it is.
Unfortunate for Luciano, who also just spun.
Yes.
Hopefully...
I saw you... We saw your great overtake to get 2nd place.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, which involved in a DNF.
Yeah. It was unfortunate. I think it was Sanchez. Oh, no, it was Luis. Luis and Furcho. They're doing pretty well. I couldn't get past them. I was on the... well, my mediums were a few laps old, but those guys started the race on those mediums, so those were fresher, or more warm. I could get past them.
Yep. Vircho held those mediums out for a very long time in this race.
Yeah, especially right after a safety car when everybody's ERS, their battery is full.
Yeah.
It's hard to make a move.
Now the question is, when will we get a safety car to come in? And it's right now.
Lovely.
We'll be able to get the rest of this race underway for the last 4 laps. As Radiox controls the pace, but also has a massive gap right now to Kevin.
Maybe Kevin will try to get a flying start on him.
If he stays that far back, he won't. Oh, there we go. He's closing in.
You know, like how in football, when somebody's going for a field goal, and one of the defensive.
I think Radiox just floored it.
Okay.
Cuts the corner. There will be lag on a warning. Yes. But Radiox already pulling about a second to Kevin. Fern's about a second back as well.
Yeah, there's some huge gaps.
Oh, and Sanchez makes a move already on Zinav to move into P4.
Ooh. Very nice and clean from those guys. I think this is Sanchez's debut as well.
Sidler moves into P8 on Vircho as well.
My teammate, bro. Let's go.
Elaine moving back into the points right now in P9.
I think Sanchez just hit the wall in turn 4 or 5, I don't know. But I can't tell if he has damage.
He has damage.
Yeah, he does.
He has damage.
It's the same thing I did.
Right end plate.
Of course, he did it in the wet, so he has a bit more of an excuse than I do.
Danny Rick moving back into the points now in the P10.
Love to see it. Just look, Kevin has caught right to the back of Radionics now.
Look at that. There's no DRS for the rest of this race as it's really coming down now. But could Kevin do it on power alone? Apparently my telemetry was never showing in this race. Whoops. Better late than never on lap 32 of 35.
This is the only part you needed anyway. Ooh,
yep.
He doesn't get a good exit out of this final chicane, no.
He does not, as Radionics has about 75%. As Luciano speeds in the pits and is out of this race, we are down to 13
it's
cars.
Unfortunate. Canada claims a lot of victims usually.
A lot,
it's
and
like
a lot of penalties.
In a tier 2 race as well, I think only 11 people finished.
11 people. But somehow I still get 13.
See.
But we're going to stay on board with Kevin, but your metaphor you were saying earlier?
Watching this snake just go across the track on the map. It's fun to watch.
Yes.
So this league is so tight.
Yes, it is very close. Your metaphor you were bringing up earlier?
Yeah, Kevin trying to get a flying start on the safety car restart, like when somebody in football, one team goes for a field goal and the other team has a defensive back just like start running before the ball is even hiked, and then just jumps for the line as soon as it's hiked.
Yep.
It's risky, but you love to see it.
You love to see it when it works. When it fails, it's eh.
Yeah.
Ooh, Elaine with a penalty. 3 seconds.
That's 6 seconds for him.
Also, I just noticed the AIs actually did pit for inters. That's a miracle.
Yeah, they're not hopeless, but, you know, they're pretty slow.
They're not hopeless, but they're still clueless.
Yeah. I think the AI are on 90 for this league, I think. Well, Danny hosted the lobby. Let's see. No, they're on 41.
Oh, well. They are very clueless.
Ooh,
Danny
Brown.
Rick, speaking of Devil, is in P9, but what's going on with Brown?
Brown almost lost it out of that, whatever. First corner's in Sector 2.
Chicane.
Yeah, every corner is a chicane on this track, except for the hairpin.
Yeah, there's like first corner and the second to last corner are not chicanes.
Yeah.
I got that engine glitch on Brown, so I'm gonna move away from him.
It's unfortunate. I'm watching Lion, who's right behind Burap's Brown right now.
We'll watch there
All
as
three.
well, as the gap is about 3.5. Not 3.5, 0.35. My brain is dying on me slowly.
Lion, the fastest Mexican in Mexico, looking for a move on Burap's. No, he doesn't go for it.
Oh, Burap's acting like a dump truck there in the middle of the track.
Exactly what I would have said, Pat.
But we are on the last lap. Holy crap, I didn't even notice that.
That's... Kevin has been gapped a little bit by Radionics, so that fight is...
Oh,
is that
yellow
Slither?
flag. Sither!
Oh, no.
Not a good day for Williams.
It's a heartbreaker. No.
We're going to go back up to the front towards Brown, who is now falling a little bit back, but was half a second back on Zinav when I saw it. But here comes Elaine around the outside into the hairpin.
He won't win on penalties, but he still wants to win on track.
Elaine trying to hold it.
Perhaps leaves him just enough space.
We're still side by side, some yellow flags. That's Sither again spinning as Elaine is in P7. But what's this? Radionics wins in his debut.
It's a great race. And Fern P2. And Kevin will take P3.
There's our podium.
Very nice race. Zinab, Danny Rick P5. I think that's his best finish.
Danny Rick, wow.
Yeah. Perhaps P6. He was on the same strategy as me, which was not optimal strategy, to be honest.
Yes, the man who couldn't get the settings raised in P5. Oh, and there's a retirement for Williams.
Unfortunate double retirement for Williams. When will their drivers get it together? PSR Fergus
we
driver
can ask
today.
you that. We can ask you that right now as Fergus driver
man.
today, which is deserved. I think that was 17, 18 positions gained?
It was plenty. We'll keep it at that.
Plenty of
P20 to P2 for Fern.
That's 18 right there.
Yeah. Massive. But Radionics taking the win on his debut is also massive.
We should also comment there's a Ferrari on the top step.
Yeah, for the second time this season, I think.
That's an interesting podium group. Ferrari, Mercedes, and AlphaTauri if you just think of F1 alone, not what we currently have as standings.
Who else do we have? Danny Rick, P5, love to see it. Perhaps P6, Scoring points every race, though. Sanchez, P7 on the debut. Brown, P8, sad. Elaine, P9. Elaine, P9.
Elaine.
So his gap will come down at the top at least.
I looked really in second is Pirandi, who's a reserve driver.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pirandi, I don't know how many more races he can make. But hope to have him back.
Maybe with this result, that puts Pirandi in a chance for the amount of races he will be able to do. He could maybe win.
We'll see. I think Alliance
and also, we're looking at penalties.
favorite.
We're hearing Krispy has 12 seconds of penalties. What's this about?
That's fake news. Anyway. It's a good race. It was a good race still.
Yeah, it was
and next week
fun
is
race.
Belgium. Next week is Belgium.
Yep. Which I will be having a 2-week absence due to work issues, sadly.
Sadly. Appreciate you.
I'll be back eventually, as we're going to say so long for now.